Today I'm working on two stroker motors. This one is Jeremy's TA 3596 100 stroke. I got his chain on and all mocked up and everything's good there. I'm not going to be chasing it with the undersized chain. That's acceptable. I got my hardware situation figured out here. This isn't tight, but I've got the stack up correct. Just starting the chain, it looks relatively good, but I'll do some measurements before the final assembly. And I'm getting ready to do stroker clearance on the rods to the cam. And right now, I can tell you that there is none that are hitting. But we still got to check it. We want to make sure that it's not really close. We want it to be probably 35 to 60 thousandths, whoever you talk to. I'll shoot some of all that. In the block, I got these blue marks, and that's where my rod bolt is too close to the sleeve and the block. So we're going to grind these. I'm going to put a little eyebrow in there. I'm probably going to do that in the Bridgeport. And it's clear, so why would I mess with that? I would mess with it because in the event that we stack a bearing, we don't want to ruin the block. And it has nothing to do with whether it's an iron block or aluminum block. We don't want to ruin the block. If we can stack a bearing and know we're not going to whack a cylinder and ruin it, that would be a precaution we're going to take. But the actual stroker clearance I'm talking about is the rod and the cam lobe down there. Usually 1, 2, and 4 are the culprits. Usually 4 is the worst one. So I like to measure those guys right out the gate and see what it's going to take. And then I like to match all my rods to make them the same. Over here, we have Steve's iron long rod stroker 3625, steel cap, 6350 rod, so long rod stroker. I have his chain on, the chain he supplied, no go. We have undersized chain on it, as good as I can get it, and of course it's going to stretch. So the chain fitment's good. Those are just test bolts. I'll put the ARP hardware in on the final assembly. The crank is in this one for the final time. What about the clearance I just did on that? Just talking about on the aluminum motor with the blue marks on an iron motor. Yep, I already did that. I did that. I eyebrowed these cylinders a while back. So that's part of stroker clearance. And to be honest with you, when I first started doing these engines, I didn't do that. It wasn't something that was explained to me until later on down the road. But they've all been eyebrowed. And so here we're going to check our same as on the other block. We're going to check our lobe to rod clearance, and I'm going to come up with my profile there. So I got 12 rods to grind on this afternoon, so this is probably going to take the rest of the day, maybe into tomorrow, because this is takes a while.